So apparently there has been some new, it's not even a state of the art procedure, it's just a bone marrow transplant, but not just, but it is a bone marrow transplant, and it has seemed to have helped at least 2 people be able to put their HIV status in remission. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently there has been a reported cure and a second patient that has been diagnosed with HIV. They're saying it's a global milestone to fight the AIDS epidemic. They're saying scientists have long tried to duplicate the procedure that led to the first long-term remission 12 years ago. For everybody that don't know, 12 years ago, there was an individual that they was diagnosed with HIV, and it was basically what you want to perceive to be cured. So they've been trying to replicate that over, and they've been having some issues or some problems with that, you know, whatever. So not a whatever, I apologize, but that's basically what they're trying to say that they tried to do. So before everybody get their hopes up and they're jumping out of windows and they're saying, you know, finally there has been something, you know, to because of this scourge that has been out there killing so many people and causing so many people to live lives of either isolation or embarrassment or whatever the case might be. Pain, definitely pain also. The 2 cured, the first patient actually was cured 12 years ago, and this new patient has been cured recently, or at least it's said to be that they cured recently. They're saying that the disease is actually in remission. And this London patient, they seem to have succeeded in. So this patient is from London. For the second time since the global epidemic began, the patient appears to have been cured of the infection of HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. For everybody that don't know, HIV isn't what actually kills you. It's what causes the virus. This news comes nearly 12 years to the day after the first patient known to be cured, a feat that researchers have long tried to duplicate, failed. This is crazy that I'm reading an article right now, right? And basically the article is saying word for word what I just told y'all from the information that I currently already had. So let's go a little bit further and see what, let's stay where we're at and see what where the article takes it. The news comes nearly 12 years to the day after the first patient known to be cured, a feat that researchers have long tried and failed to duplicate. The surprise success now confirms that a cure for HIV infection is possible, if difficult, researchers said. So they feel much better about it. They're saying that at least now it feels like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. The investigators are to publish their report on Tuesday in the journal Nature. What? And to I don't know what the heck. That doesn't even make sense. Is it a Nature journal and they just inverted the words by accident? Anyway, and to present some of the details at the conference on retroviruses and optimistic infections in Seattle. Also, for everybody that don't know, Dr. Sebi, I believe that's how you say it. Sebi, I believe that's how you say his name. He has long touted, before he passed away, I believe he passed away, he has long touted that he knew of a cure for the HIV problem, and you know, then he was, as we all know, he isn't here with us any further. So another thing I want to point out is everybody forgets about that airplane that was on the way to Australia. Okay, so a couple of years ago, there was an airplane that was on the way to Australia. Maybe about 7-8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. I'm not 100% sure. The timelines are blurry. So there was a airplane that was on the way to Australia that happened to come up missing. They're saying that the airplane was hit with some kind of some kind of land to air missile, and remember, they never found any of that, the pieces of the airplane and stuff like that, whatever they're saying. Some people believe that the airplane wasn't actually shot down, that it actually landed somewhere and those people was taken to whatever. Anyway, so on that particular plane, there was something like 20 or 30 scientists on that plane, some large number like that, and they were going to a conference in Australia where it was believed that there were people that were on the plane going to the conference to speak about how they actually found the cure for the HIV virus. So I don't know who that's helping, who didn't already know that, but that happened. That's a literal thing that happened. I always thought it was pretty odd how all of a sudden people forgot that was going on. But there was a plane that had a lot of scientists on it, and the scientists were going to Australia to go to a conference, and the plane just disappeared. Anyway, the investors are to publish their reports. Oh, I read that. Publicly, the scientists are describing the case as as a long-term remission. In interviews, most experts are calling it a cure, with the caveat that it is hard to know how to determine the word when they only know 2 known instances. Well, one thing that I want to add is, remember, cancer is something that goes into remission. So if they're saying that it goes into remission, I'm guessing they're saying that they can't get rid of whatever the virus is or whatever the cause of the virus is. But what they can do is they can make it inert. They could basically make it not active. So I guess that's what they're trying to make sure that we understand. They're not saying that it doesn't exist anymore. They're saying that the thing that they're doing to the virus is making it so it becomes dormant. They're not actually, it's not an actual cure. And since it's only been recorded to have happened one other time, they are not sure about, what they should classify it as. Both milestones resulted from bone marrow transplants given to infected patients. The transplants were intended to treat cancer in the patients, not HIV. So this is a situation that they're also calling an accident. So they weren't even actively trying to cure the HIV. For whatever the reason was, they were trying to cure cancer in somebody that had HIV. I don't know. Anyway, bone marrow transplantation is unlikely to be a realistic treatment option in the near future. Powerful drugs are now available to control HIV infection, while the transplants are risky with harsh side effects that can last for years. But rearming the body with immune cells similarly modified to resist HIV might well succeed in the practical treatment, experts said. For everybody that don't know, one of the things that bone marrow actually helps with is the immune system. So a lot of people might not know that, but so when you see somebody, they need a bone marrow transplant that basically has something to do with they need to give a boost to the immune system, or they need to change the immune system in a way because the current body sees whatever the problem that there is as not a problem, or they see something that should not be a problem as a problem. So there needs to be basically a resetting of the immune system to basically, get the body to start working appropriately. This will inspire people that cure is not a dream, Dr. Anne-Marie Winsing says, a virologist at the University Medical Center Utrecht in the Netherlands. It's reachable. So basically they're saying even if this isn't a cure currently, this is something that they're making leaps and bounds basically to get closer to. I'll leave a link to the description, a link to the article in the description. You can read more about it if you want. But basically they're saying that there's a good chance that they've come up with a way to cure the HIV virus. And for everybody that don't know, you get HIV, then you get AIDS. That's why a lot of people believe that the Eazy-E situation is odd, because Eazy-E wasn't diagnosed with HIV, and then he immediately got AIDS. So he was diagnosed with AIDS and he immediately died, not even a month later. His death was just really quick. in comparison with how other people have passed away and died from the disease. So, from the virus. So that's all I got on this one. I want y'all to leave it down in the description. I want to know what y'all guys think about this. Personally, me, just speaking from a me standpoint, you would have to think that we need a little bit more than they cured 2 people over the span of, what was that, 12 years? 2 people over the span of 12 to 13 years. We have an individual like Magic Johnson walking around, and he was supposed to have been diagnosed with HIV back in like 90, 91, and he's still walking around with us to this day. So I'm not trying to draw conspiracy lines, but I'm saying it's quite odd that now they're saying that they're closer to coming up with a cure for it. And I guess we have to look at it like, hopefully something happens where they could help these people that are diagnosed with this horrendous virus that nobody seems to be able to, except for 2 people, escape from. So we'll see what happens, and leave it down in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this. If you got any conspiracy thoughts also, leave it down there. I'll read them. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.